Hello, welcome to RPM News Weekly, a roundup of important automotive news that goes behind the headlines. I'm your host, Rich Tabor. This week, RPM News Weekly pays tribute to legendary rock guitarist John J. Geils, whose band amassed a string of popular hits in the 1970s and 80s, including the #1 chart topper, Centerfold.
My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold.
It may seem strange to our automotive audience that RPM News Weekly would take the program in this direction, but there are a couple of important connections here. First, Jay Geils, who passed away in April, was a good friend of Jim Barisano, CEO of Wheels TV, with whom RPM News Weekly is closely affiliated. Secondly, he was a passionate collector of classic Italian motor vehicles. This week, his outstanding treasure of Italian exotic cars and motorcycles will be auctioned without reserve to the highest bidders at the 2017 Mecum Daytime Auction in Monterey, California. The collection includes 5 unforgettable cars and 3 wonderful motorcycles. The flagship of the collection is the 1961 Ferrari 250 GTE 2+2, which comes equipped with its original 3-liter V12 engine and 5-speed transmission. It was Geils' goal to collect vehicles from the 5 celebrated Italian automakers: Ferrari, Maserati, Fiat, Alfa Romeo, and Lancia, as evidenced by the other vehicles to be auctioned: a 1967 Lancia Flaminia 2.83C, a 1967 Fiat Dino Spider, and 2 vehicles whose restorations were still in progress at the musician's time of death: a 1958 Alfa Romeo Giulietta Sprint and a 1966 Maserati Sebring. For motorcycle enthusiasts, the Geils collection includes a 1983 Benelli 900 SEI, a 1976 MV Agusta 125 SS, and a 1970 Ducati 350 Desmo. Here are some excerpts from the 2013 WGBH video featuring Jay Geils in his garage with the cars.
I've always been enthused about Italian cars because the Italians build cars like we play music. They build cars with passion and soul. But when I turned 60, I decided, you know, I've got a few extra bucks. I ought to try and get a couple of things. And what I realized is there's 5 major Italian makes: Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, Fiat, Lancia, and Maserati. All have been in business almost since the turn of the century. Ferrari with Alfa Romeo first, then he formed his own company in 1947. Long story. So I said, well, what would be cool is to get, at the low end of the scale, one of each with 5 different, all the Italian cars have, the bodies were done by coach builders: Pininfarina, Bertoni, Touring. So get 5 different cars with 5 different bodybuilders and 5 different engines. It's a very interesting thing. Every one, over the past year, I've had occasion to drive them all within a short period of time. And every one is so absolutely Italian, yet entirely different from the other one. Any of the other ones. It's that thing, it's that soul, that passion that the Italians have. It gets built in somehow.
Tune in next week for another edition of RPM News Weekly. I'm your host, Rich Tabor. Thank you for watching.